Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Green Moto channel. So, in today's video, I'm sure you guys can... Alright, well... Am I seriously bleeding? Yeah, I got a bloody nose. I had a bloody nose this morning. We're like 3-4 hours later in the day, and I'm still bleeding. I've never had this happen to me before. That sucks. Alright, so apologies. Basically, I have a nose bleeding, so I'm just going to power through this because this is the third time I've tried to make this video. Apparently the universe is trying to tell me not to make this video, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, first thing. We got a new camera. As you guys can see, we have the new DJI Action 3. So, the reason why I went with this is because obviously that first one, I even complained on it, is the field of view. It just sucked. So this camera kind of comes into the 21st century with the field of view. It's a lot wider. You guys can see me a lot better. I was able to see one of the videos and see kind of how it looks, and it looks great. Now, why did I do this video 3 times? So the first time that I did the video, I decided to kind of mess with the shutter speed on this because you can get cinematic type videos out of it. So obviously I want the videos to be a little bit better for you guys. So I was kind of messing around with like 3 things at once. On the second time I went out, the file just didn't work, like it was corrupted. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but I tried everything I could. I ended up catching the DJI say slow writing speed. So it's trying to say that the SD card is the issue. Well, I can tell you that the SD card is not the issue because I'm running like one of the best SD cards that you can do. So, and it worked on the other cameras at 4K, so it should have worked on 4K over here. It's not like the file size is going to be that much bigger. We're on Supermoto tires here. Jesus. Now, with this new camera, I can't be using that same adapter I had for the mic setup that I had last time. Jesus. Didn't get at it with a good speed in the beginning. But, so yeah, I couldn't use that same adapter, so I can't get the audio the same way. Which kind of sucks, but is actually better because the audio sounds better. You guys can't hear me breathing all the time. I hope not. Maybe a little bit, because now I got a makeshift freaking wad stuck up in my nose so I don't bleed all over the place in my helmet. But now I'm having to basically capture my audio in a different fashion. And the way that I'm capturing the audio is by having my Senna connected to my phone via Bluetooth, which are always is. And with it being connected like that, I'm using the phone's recorder, so the Samsung's little recorder here, and I'm capturing the audio that way. And my intentions are basically going to be to sync the audio from the camera and the voice recorder by doing the series of counts and clap or whatever, and see kind of what ends up working for me. So going forward, until I find a better solution to get better audio quality, this is what it's going to kind of be like for a little bit. While we're making our way up here, the first time I came up here with the drone, so we'll go up to the spot. I'll show you guys what I kind of got with the drone after I show you where I was at. But I got one more thing I want to talk about that isn't related to any of this. Someone stacked up some rocks. I've seen that done before, but I don't know what the name is for that. When people stack them rocks. Yeah, the first time I came up here, I ended up practicing some of the wheelies, and I actually decided to, for the first time, to actually scoot back on the seat. And when I scooted back, or when I sat back on the seat, I ended up clutching it up too. So for the first time, I actually had something that I felt like was a solid wheelie, but the footage is all washed out because of the shutter speed that I had. So we're kind of in the general area, but check this out. Kind of gives you a perspective of kind of where I'm at, kind of what kind of terrain I have when off-roading on these Supermoto tires that seem to be doing pretty decent. So let's go ahead and try to do one of these wheelies that I was doing the other day, see if I can get it to do it. So before I would sit like right up on the tank, because people said wheelie the way that you ride the bike, and you know, I'm kind of up here. But I tried scooting back over here and it felt a little bit nicer. I felt a little bit more comfortable with my foot brake being there instead of my like feet angle being all weird. So let's go ahead and just get over here past these little ruts and see what I can do. Oh, that's a nice little warm up. Let's see. That's the best wheelie I've done in these past like 3 days, or like one of the best. I want to learn how to wheelie, but I don't want to just full on send it, loop it. I will be pushing it more as I get more comfortable with it. Enough of that. Let's go into the little final thing that it's kind of a grind my gears thing, but I don't know what else to call it. I don't know if this is going to be like a segment on the channel, because I don't know. This is not what the channel was made to be. As you guys know, in one of the videos I went and picked up a retro console. So I went and picked up a GameCube. Love that thing. It's awesome. One of the other things on my little list was to get me a nostalgic game that I had when I was a kid. Let's go ahead and flip around. I don't want to go this way. So and that game was on the Game Boy Color essentially, but I had a Game Boy Advance and it was Pokemon Silver. Well, I ended up seeing a listing out here in my area of some kids selling both a Game Boy Advance and one of the Pokemon games from that generation. So I reached out like normal, you know, hey, is it still available? And then I noticed in his description that he was basically saying that he could sell games separately. So I figured I'd try my luck with him on, here, we'll flip around again. So I figured I'd try my luck and see maybe if he's willing to negotiate on price and maybe take away some of those games. I seen that he read the message, didn't respond, so I figured, hey, I'm not going to try my luck too much. We'll just go ahead and give the kid his asking price, get all the games, who cares? Well, the little bastard decided to raise the price on me, telling me that he wanted more for it. I don't know if he had a lot of people asking, but you could find those Pokemon games, Silver and Gold and Crystal, selling for like 30 bucks easy, like an authentic copy. Now the condition of them, you know, who knows? They can go up to like 80 bucks for like a decent looking one that still has scratches on it and everything. Well, this kid had the gold version, which is not the one I had. But yeah, so anyway, this little kid ended up fucking raising the price on me. So I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna mess around. The Pokemon Red that he had in his listing was actually a fake copy. So that's really not worth anything to me. I mean, it might be worth 10 bucks for some people, 15 or whatever. But that gold would have been cool to add to the collection, because that's basically what I'm gonna try to accomplish, is getting that gold crystal and the silver, which is my favorite. So I just basically told him, hey, yeah, your listing said, you know, 100. I appreciate your time and everything like that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let you find another seller for it. Because the console itself needed to be taped up, like the battery cover. Apparently the kid says, like, you gotta have tape holding that up, or else the cover just falls off. And I don't remember if the batteries fall out easy or not, but you know, 20 years later, I can only assume that those little contacts for the battery probably just, you know, worn out. The batteries would have fallen out. There you guys have it. Quite a bit of an update. You know, we got a new camera, it's cool. We'll get to the flats and I'll just show you something that I'm really super stoked about with it. Kind of gave you guys a little bit of an insight of my personal life there, again, with my interests. So let's go over this camera real quick. It's pretty much this camera right here, but they seen the modern tech and they threw all of that in there. They took the second generation with the detachable mount and everything, and they brought it over here. So basically you can detach it. It's got little magnetic little clips here. I've tested it out, I mean, already out here. And yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty solid. Obviously, I'm a little concerned what ifs, but I'm gonna rock it. We'll see how it does. So with that all said, let's go ahead and throw you guys back on. If you enjoyed the video, throw a comment down below. I enjoy reading them. I enjoy interacting with you guys. That's basically what this channel's all about. So until the next video, later guys. I don't know what to do here. Don't want to bleed in my fucking helmet. This is gross, guys. So now I might sound nasally.